They snubbed you, man. Snubbed. You got snubbed. You got snubbed. And you so scared of them, you won't say nothing. And you're going to keep your mouth shut and going to let them go ahead and do damage control? Are you giving them time to do damage control? You've had this for 2 months. Stop them from killing me. I'm a disabled... But Congressman, your special assistant, Miss Ida M. Smith, she's been kind of like breaking her neck trying to save me, so I'm calling you to the carpet, making you accountable. Because you got to make sure that $20,858 stolen by Hosea Mitchell from North Fork Bank gets returned to Mrs. Green's family. Oh, everybody, get your money out of North Fork Bank. They'll let anybody come and claim that they're a family member and let them steal the money, and they've got no responsibility. Take your money out. Take your money out. Your political appointees that's rezoning this district illegally, outing whistleblowers, aiding, abetting, and giving material support for their people to commit crimes have been caught dead cold and red-handed. And here's the proof that I sent all y'all the information. You got that? You got that? There's nobody lying. There's nobody playing here. But I'm going to go to HUD. You don't know how ticked off, because this is the evidence that Human Resource Administration, Adult Protection Services have been complicit with NYCHA. Why? How come my attorney sends them a piece of paper to demonstrate that clearly you guys misrepresented the court by sending me a check for the money you said you never had? And here's the mark-to-market Enron accounting practices of New York City Housing Authority. You bill me $166, but you're sending the rent out at $668, and then I owe thousands, and then you tell a white Jewish judge I'm hunting white women because I called Josephine Russo and told her you've been committing fraud and I'm taking you to the disciplinary committee of the Bar Association? And you racial profiled me. Not a very good idea. It's just keep on coming, Mayor Bloomberg. New York City Housing Authority Lockbox Unit on December 5th sent my mother, somebody they knew was dead for a long time. I even went to them right here and asked them to send a bill in my name. They wouldn't do that. But in order to cover up what they were planning, that's where you get knowing what you were going to do before you were going to do it. It was a plan. This proves it. That's connecting the dots. On December 5th, they sent my mother the money back. On December 11th, they went to court and said the money was never sent. Liar, 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 pants on fire. And then, when my attorney called them to the carpet on it, as you saw in the last piece of document, here it is. They're saying that they're sending me $415 back, but going to send my mother $116. What kind of cockamamie game is this, buddy? Here's the check. Here's the freaking check. Come on, here's the check. Why your political appointees need to go to jail. I apologize about the English. English is my third language. That would probably make me more European than you, right? Now, Mr. Bloomberg, talk to me. 4 months to the day after Ricky Ricardo Morales said, don't bother us no more, you gassed this old woman like she was in a Nazi ghetto for the final solution. Then, here is proof, evidence of human resources aiding, abetting, and giving material support to that other agent, the sister agency of NYCHA, because now they're having me adjudicated incapacitated. He's got no proof. There's something wrong with him. He's a shell-shocked vet. Now you see, you're abusing a disabled veteran, ain't you? You don't know what my disabilities are, and that's protected under the Privacy Act of 1974. So you create a stereotype disabled vet, and then I tried to get a jury trial, and it says right here that is my right. But guess what? Jamie Butch and the Freedmore Psychiatric won't allow that. That's too much information out. The neocons have been suckered into believing that if they don't go with these guys, they're not going to go to heaven. Somebody's lying to you. I sent to Jamie Butch and Ida Smith, Special Assistant Congressman Meek, Danya Freer, the court evaluator, Gary Leonardo, my attorney, my corporate attorney, Stephen Weintraub, told them to get in touch with NYCHA. Guess what? I asked Congressman I wrote a letter begging, pleading for congressional oversight. It never happened. It never happened. Now, this is me being a star witness for Creedmoor Psychiatric, where I put a pelican brief together. That's right, a pelican brief together for the Queens District Attorney's Office, and I was summarily dismissed. But it says here, you don't get to be the biggest head bosses of NYCHA without having sidestepped a few landmines and can muster a small army to defend their agencies. DRICE contacted Mr. Oti of APS and told he has a conflict of interest should he be asked lots of questions in his neglect of Mrs. FRONIE Green's embezzlement of Hosier Mitchell embezzling $20,858 from Mrs. Green's account. It seems no one dared imagine Mrs. Green almost killing herself and hurting others had the gas been ignited and blew up the building. The gas was on for 4 hours before she was rescued, and I made it happen. But it's more important that you cover up the $20,858 that was covered up, and we have 2 city agencies in collusion doing that, trying to freaking kill me intangibly by your Human Resources Administration deciding to have me adjudicated incapacitated like you guys taught, the neocons taught Mr. Karzai of Afghanistan to have adjudicated incapacitated that converted Muslim to Christianity so you can ship him off to the U.S. where he'll be protected as a political exile or something like that. But the best thing is Dr. Merle Robinson of APS in Washington said that I'm suffering from alcohol intoxication, alcohol dependence, ruled out bipolar disorder, and the presiding justice, I can't have those records sealed because I need to expose this. But the worst part that directly implicates NYCHA, right here. The apartment is in a building for senior citizens only. Got you, NYCHA. This is for senior citizens and the handicapped. I'm a 100% disabled vet. Why are you trying to get me out? Is it because you're trying to save your job? I think Tino Hernandez wants to go back to Puerto Rico and do real estate. Well, didn't the Daily News catch him stealing from the city? Because he was forging or doing something with them travel vouchers so he ain't got to pay. And Human Resources is helping NYCHA get rid of me. And it says right here, Philip DRICE will likely be evicted and possibly become homeless. This would be a severe risk and of irreparable harm to the well-being of Mr. DRICE. Now do you think it's funny making me homeless? Do you think it's funny making me homeless? Do you still think it's funny making me homeless? A congressman, 2 New York State senators, an assemblywoman, and a councilman. And these Negroes, every time these assholes get reelected, these niggas' lives don't change. What the shit? What a bunch of assholes. How could you all be so goddamn dumb? Or could you be so goddamn complacent? Or could be so full of fucking shit that you don't care about what your life, your future, your children, your anything, you bunch of motherfucking niggas. Then you think a motherfucker wanna be like you. Yeah, that's nice. That's the mama. It's a whole bastard baby breeding freaking race. Okay? They have all these fucking kids.
There ain't no goddamn husband nowhere in sight. I don't give a damn if it's a light-skinned nigger or a nappy-headed nigger. Their leaders are full of shit and are leading them down the river. That's some kind of Puerto Rican right here. Alright? That's why it's that big. I've studied anthropology. It says March 13, 2010. These are guys, they're from Mexico or El Salvador, Guatemala, or whatever. But I ain't trying to say they all look alike, but these all have that southern flavor and accent to them. And if you want to look at the desert thing with that little scorpion, in any event, these are the guys. Their women are taking stuff from black females. I mean, ain't no more welfare for black females. And the African American leaders, man, are resorting to dirty tricks of disenfranchising immigrants in order to stay in power. I said it, and I ain't taking that shit back. Bye. Sunday, March 13, 2011. Hello, all you elected officials in Southeast Queens. This represents the diverse community of people that live in this area. Why must it be all African American politicians? And guess what? I want you to teach this guy how to be an African American, be a good Negro, keep his mouth shut, and go to the Jim Crow Good Negro Academy so he can learn where to keep his mouth shut and stay good down and under. And like I just said, move on with your life. You've done enough. Get out of here. Right? What? Yeah. Right, baby. Straighten that hair for me. You don't like no afro no more, right? Well, that's that hair thing in that culture, man. Self-esteem issues is my professional analysis. Come on now. Why don't you teach this one? What? He looks like he has some sort of Mexican Central American flavor or Brazilian flavor to him. You're going to teach him how to be a good nigger? Are you going to teach him how to be a good nigger? If he brought information and evidence to your office, you ought to be kissing his light-skinned ass so goddamn bad it wouldn't be freaking funny. But since I'm closer to looking like this guy, but I'm not that good looking, you wanted to teach me a lesson. You wanted to teach me a lesson for your master, huh, you wage slave? Ida Smith, I don't give a damn what you do. The Native Americans ain't never getting their damn land back. And you lining up, wanting to be with the African American Buffalo soldiers that slaughtered your freaking people. You're doing great. Oh, but you're doing it under the banner of the Democratic Party. Shit. Yeah, right. Every time your name is mentioned, my mother just died. Because you kept me away from her for that long. You lied to me. You deceived me. And I went and served the same shit on little Miss Bianca at the Queens District Attorney's office. I don't give a fuck if you want to come and get me and do shit. You know where I'm at. Wanted to blow smoke up in me, did you? You have a nice day, man. I ain't running nowhere. I have nothing else to do. You destroyed my life, made me homeless, remember? I want you to have a lot of explaining to do.